RAW files, JPEGs, or both? Just one word will give you the answer to that question. Roll the intro. Hi and welcome back to the channel X to GFX. Today's topic can be divisive, but RAW files or JPEGs, or should you be using both? Well, I can sum it up for you in just one word. Certainly the quality of JPEG straight out of camera nowadays is very good, and it doesn't matter whether you're using Nikon, Canon, Olympus, Fuji. I use Fuji. There's a lot talked about the film sims and the ability to produce great JPEGs straight out of camera. And certainly there's a whole school of thought that that's all I need. That's fine, and certainly there's nothing wrong with JPEGs. So what's the big deal? Should you be using RAW files? Should you be shooting both? Well, there's one word that will sum it up for you: history. Think about it historically. Let's go back to the days of film. Of course, you always kept the negatives. However you wanted to, the client wanted to output the images was taken usually from the original negative or from the original transparency. That was fine, and that was the deal. So we would keep the negatives or the transparencies most often, not in every case, but most often, and maybe in 2-3 months' time, or maybe 5 years' time, or a client may well come back, or yourself, you may want images that you took years before, and you will go back, find the negatives, and you could reprint. The advantage was you was printing from the original negative, and the quality was fine. So consider what would have happened if you destroyed your transparencies and you destroyed your negatives. What would happen? You would only have prints. If in 3 years' time your client came to you and said, I really want some images, we're going to treat them differently in a new publication, and you gave them a print, the chances of getting a good high quality image from a print is very difficult indeed. I'm not saying it can't be done, but you're immediately on the back foot. It's almost unthinkable back in the days of film. Okay, let's wind it forward. We now have digital. We have many more choices for images. Almost all modern cameras can shoot RAW or JPEG, or you can choose to use both. Now there's a school of thought that says out of camera JPEGs are fine, RAW files are a waste of time, they take up too much space, they require too much work. So if in 3 weeks' time, 3 months' time, or 10 years' time, you wish to come back and revisit an image to re-edit, or a client requires a different treatment, if all you have is a JPEG file, the opportunity to make a high quality reproduction from that JPEG is much reduced. A RAW file contains significantly more information regards the tone, the exposure, the color graduation than a JPEG will. The RAW file is very important. It is your negative or your original transparency, however you look at it. Yes, people do say that RAW files take up more storage space, that RAW files require more work and slow you down. Reality is, if you're taking photographs and you want to preserve your work, that's something you have to accept. The fact that you require a little bit more effort to edit a RAW file is nothing compared with the fact of not being able to reproduce a high quality image at all. So in closing, if you're a JPEG only shooter, or you're undecided, should you be using RAW files or not, or are they a waste of time? I will repeat the word, history. History will tell you that RAW files are most definitely to your advantage. And if at a future date you wish to revisit an image for any reason, maybe to re-edit or for a client or for yourself, the RAW file will always help you. I don't advocate saving all RAW files for every photo you take, but certainly keep RAW files of your most important images and certainly for your client work. Remember history, remember your RAW files, and remember to enjoy your images not just now or next month, but in the future too. Future-proof yourself. RAW files are important. So with that, thanks very much for watching. Thanks very much again for the messages and the information. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.